Hello my friends, this is Dave MYFXBOOK with the Forex market preview for the following week, which starts 1st October and it ends 5th October, which means that we will have a non-farm payrolls on the Friday. So let's check the news. The next week we're gonna have manufacturing PMI and service PMI from Britain. Then there as well will be important RBA statement from Australia, and then the rest of the news is everything about the US dollar and the CAD dollar. So basically I expect there is going to be a lot of volatility mainly on the majors, and maybe the market will be just moving the sideways, waiting for these data on the Friday, because we had pretty big movements this week after FOMC. So let's move to the dollar index as usually, which we will start. And now as well I want to point something that I used to be using the TradingView for my charting purposes and then trading in the MT4, of course, but I moved everything into the MT4 again, as I've been doing before, because the TradingView, I just find out that it's cutting my focus, and then I can make a perfect trading plan in the TradingView, but then I had a problem with the discipline and execute the trades in the platform. So I'm back with everything in the platform MT4, and I can catch much more pips as I did already this week, and it's much more comfortable for me. Of course I love the charting in the TradingView, but this is definitely better for the trading, which is more important. Okay, so let's back to analysis. Okay, so we had FOMC this week, and what happened actually was exactly what I was expecting, that the dollar strengthened on these levels with this strong buying volume, which moved dollar back, moved up into the 94 levels. So what expecting now? I'm definitely expecting the dollar continue to strengthen, because if we check the CFTC data, we can see that the banks, however, they reduced their longs, they reduced their shorts as well, but they're even more aggressive than they've been last week. And what is as well important, that these data is from the previous Tuesday, which was 25th, which is in here. So we can see that the data actually says that they had more longs, they reduced longs and they reduced shorts, but definitely what happened here on these FOMC, they definitely bought even more, and with a high volume on the top bottom, which is definitely the bullish volume. They expect this still continue up. So I don't trade the dollar index, but if the market will retrace down, I expect to continue higher, and it definitely could go higher, even higher more. If you look to the daily time frame, I still expect it to visit these highs or even higher. However, we trade from the level to the level, so what I will be looking for is this movement, and then maybe first take profit and then lock the stop loss and let the another position run. Okay, so the next one is the gold. On the gold we had a perfect trade, which we've been holding for almost from 19 for 14 days. We entered here short, took it all the way down, where we closed the position in the market and it's retracing. What I do expect on the gold is that I think it still could be dropping lower. If we look to the CFTC data, we can see that the market makers are even reducing more longs and adding shorts, which is taking their exposure to 52% shorts against 48% longs. So the market makers definitely have bearish sentiment, and for me now the situation is not to take any trade, but if I will see the retracement into 111.98 levels, and I will see some nice price action, I will be looking for the shorts. Euro as well, I expect it to drop even higher, as even lower, because the strong dollar will take it down as it's happening. And we had a trade on the FOMC where we took 94 pips. We closed it, however the market moved much lower, so there was much more money, but it doesn't matter because market never ends. I'm still expecting it to go lower. So if the market will retrace to this level, or I will see the price action, I will be definitely looking for more shorts, which is not clearly confirmed by CUT data, because there's nothing extra to see. It's still around the 50-50, so it's not clear by the CUT data, but the price action is definitely telling me that we can go lower. The next one is the Aussie. Aussie is now, we had another trade on the FOMC where we took out 55 pips, and market is now consolidating. What I expect on this one is to go much deeper, because we have this nice daily downtrend. It's even the weekly downtrend, and there's still room. Let me show you. There's still room to go into this. I will put it on the weekly. So I think we could definitely visit these levels down, because on the daily we have already broken these levels, and now we had just this retracement, and the market is still have a space to go down. And if we look into this, check, so we can see the reducing the longs, reducing short. So even now, if you look at the numbers, the longs are the lowest in even whole year. So it's like 81% for the shorts, and they are minus 72,000 positions negative. So definitely there I will be looking to add even more shorts for taking this down. Pound is now a little bit tricky to trade, because we still don't have a decisions about the Brexit. However, I don't put too much value to the fundamentals. Even I know they are important, but what is fundamental for me is the COT data, and I see that there is a big reducement in the longs. The shorts are still more aggressive. We have 75% to the shorts against 25% to the longs. So even some people say that the pound could go up. I don't care what they say, but when I see the data and when I see the price action, I still believe the market could drop lower. And if the bankers want to close their positions, which they have too much shorts, they will definitely take it even at least down here. So here is the trade which I missed because I had the trade too high. Then I move it lower, but still I wasn't execute. So right now, maybe on this point of control, if the market retraces there. If not, then I will still wait to the break. But we have this trend line. So now for this moment, I have the level, I have a trend line. So I will not be interested to trade till this is broken. And here is another level. So the pound is for me now not so attractive for the trading. USD CAD, here we had another great trade. We took it all the way up here. The level was here where I should put the take profit, but I changed the decision because I saw this level where was this strong sell-off with this strong volume, so I thought that the bears could attack from here again, which actually happened, and it's great that we closed the trade in this level before the market dropped down, because it took like 1, 2, 3 days to go up and then in one day drop down. So this is sometimes could piss off. What is my future projection on the Canadian dollar is I believe that the Canadian dollar could be strengthening for the reason is when we look into this. Because what we can see in July, we've been pretty aggressive with the longs, and from that time we can see that the longs are still being taken out, and the shorts are rising. We can see that we had 20,000 and now we are 31, and the overall exposure is changing from 75% on the long side. We are now 62, and we've been 25% on the shorts, and we are now 38. So here is a nice example of the exactly changing exposures. So I believe. So what do I think is we will be able to see the drop much lower into the levels, into these levels. Yes. Here will be the interest of where could market go, which is potential another 500 pips. It doesn't mean that I will enter the short exactly here, but if this low will be broken, or if I will see any nice retracement, I will be interested to take the shorts. And why I speak about this level is as well because look at the volume, which tells me this, and it's nice full point of controls. The next one is a franc. Here on the franc we had the trade. We took trade actually from here and we closed it here. However, the market still continued higher and I didn't catch these pips. It doesn't matter. The market is not end of the world. And what I do expect on this one, so we have this broken trend line and we have new established trend, and we have nice day through these levels with a pretty strong volume. So if the market will be retracing down here and I will see a nice price action confirming me that it still could continue higher, I will be more interested to take another trade. What COT data size? We can see that the longs has been reduced because there was the ending the contract on the dollar, so the market was changing. The market makers was changing the positions, but still the exposure is pretty aggressive. And what is actually good for the banks when the contracts are ending, that means that they can close all the positions, and it means everybody who's watching the COT data on the internet, who's not writing it down into this Excel sheet as I do, they just see the reducing for the 43 to the 28, and what they think is that the market makers are changing the market sentiment and they want to move it down. However, it's not true because we can see that the exposure is still up, and these data actually we cannot forget that it's from 25th, which was down here, and it happened exactly before the FOMC. So what I'm sure that next week we will be able possibly to see the more longs, even more longs. However, what is happening that it's a little bit tricky because of course the banks, they know that we are watching this. So what could happen is that we have this strong move up on the Monday, they will still move it up, and on the Tuesday they will start to closing the positions, because on the Tuesday they must report the data, and so they will close the longs, they will take some profit, and they will report smaller positions, which will make people tricked. But we're watching the whole sentiment, how is it changing the whole time, and we can see that it's still a little bit aggressive, and it still can go higher. So I believe that these levels are possible on the franc. This is the Japanese yen. The Japanese yen is very weak for a long time, and we're still in this nice downtrend on the uptrend on the daily and on the 4 hours as well. And now we are coming into the strong levels. What we can see here is the level where a lot of people took short because they saw the double top. Even they saw the double top here. So the aggressive traders, they traded here, and the market moved higher. They made another high, another one. So everyone is now taking the longs, and here will be nice stop losses cluster. So probably we could see the retracement. You could see the retracement from the 113.75 to down here. What's gonna happen next, I don't know, but on the daily time frame you can see, or maybe on the weekly, we can see here's this nice level which was touched a couple times already, and I believe that the people will be taking the shorts, because mostly the traders think that if the level is touched a couple times, that the level is even stronger and that it will hold. But it's not true. What mostly gonna happen is that when the level is touched here a couple times, what's gonna happen then? The market makers, they will make this retracement, as I said, on this lower time frame. So the people start to shorting, and where they put stop losses, they will put stop losses exactly here. What's gonna then happen is that it will breaks higher, it will retrace, it will breaks even higher to attract even more bulls, and then they make proper correction. If they will go from here down, I don't know, but this is probably the scenario what's gonna happen, and it's gonna be played around this level. So right now I do not expect anything like any big retracement, my small retracement to attract more bears, which they will be fucked up then here. That's the question, if this happened or not. What's on here? If I remember well, we can see very bullish sentiment. It was changed from 70 to 74 against 26, and numbers are very strong. So potentially here will be the fight. And this is everything from the majors. Actually, I forgot the Kiwi. Yes, on the Kiwi we had this trade. Small trade market is now retracement. And what do we have? We have this daily trend line, which was broken, retested once, retested twice. And this 4 hours trend line is broken right now down. So for me in this moment, the market is not in any very interesting level. However, the CFTC says that we are still very bearish. You can see it's 80% shorts against 20% longs, and the market composition is very still the same. So I still expect the market to drop lower with a strong dollar, but I will not enter here. I'm interested to trade here, the retracement, or if the market breaks lower, then like this. But I will not do anything here because it can go up or down, and this is 50-50, and I'm not interested to trade trades which are 50-50. So this is everything for me for the majors, and in the next video I will go through the other pairs which I'm interested in trade. Thank you, bye bye.